Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to episode 65 of Welcome to episode 65 of ChanmanV's Pro Corner, where pros come and show us how it's done. I'm your host ChanmanV, and man, we got a huge show planned for you guys today. And it's going to be a best of 5 show. We haven't done one in a while because I've been doing a lot of the replay analysis and a lot of the spotlight shows. So I figured we'd kind of start up some of these best of 5 shows again. And today we have the pleasure of having 2 of the best Ukrainian StarCraft 2 players in the world. EmpireKas, who I think all of you know is probably, if the best or one of the best Terrans in EU right now. And we also have Team AcerBly, who a lot of folks might not know in North America, but he's an exceptional Zerg in Europe, and he's one of the top Zergs in Europe too. And both these guys just they play tons of games, play tons of tournaments. These guys are just competitors and all about trying to get better and becoming the best player in the world. So yeah, that's what we're going to do today. We're going to have them play a best of 5. We're going to once the games are going, I'm going to have Zoya on here too to cast, and I'm going to bring those guys on in just a sec. And he's going to be casting with me. We're going to doing a casual cast. I mean, Zoya is a professional, so he's going to be doing obviously his great play-by-play kind of casting, and I'll be doing just kind of the normal pro corner thing. And then after the series is over, we'll have EmpireKas and AcerBly come back on and do some post-replay analysis. They're going to go through probably the best game in the series and really walk us through the strategies and hopefully get a little interaction between them and just for you guys. We're also doing a Razor giveaway. We're doing our we do a giveaway every week, right, for Razor, and this is what we're doing this week. It's the Razor mouse bungee. Those of you are probably saying, like, what's a bungee, mouse bungee? Well, a bungee is one of these things that you hook up, you kind of latch on to the end of your mouse pad, and what it does is it gives you slack. It gives your mouse slack so that your cord's not moving all over the place, and it's actually a really great tool. It kind of sounds like, I don't really need that, but honestly, guys, believe me, once you start using one, you'll never stop using one. So this is a really cool thing, and always a big thanks to Razor for pretty much allowing me to do these giveaways with you guys. That's the great part about being obviously my sponsorship with Razor. So we're gonna be doing that at the end of the show. We're gonna be asking a trivia question here real soon. I'll go ahead and kind of give it to you guys right now, but we'll repeat it throughout the airing. But the question we're going to be asking is what tournament is EmpireKas' favorite tournament? And the way you enter the giveaway is you add me on Twitter at twitter.com/ChanmanV and Facebook.com, and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/ChanmanTV, and go ahead and tweet me or message me your answer, and at the end of the show we'll randomly select from all the right answers, and one lucky person will be receiving this real soon. Alright guys, let me bring on EmpireKas and Zoya. Right now we're waiting on Bly, so I figured we'd just kind of get together with them, just kind of chat a little bit. Let me switch them over here. Give me a sec. Hey guys, what's up?
Oh. Yo.
We're live on the show. We got EmpireKas and Zoya on the show right now, and again, Zoya's going to be casting with me while Kas and Bly play a series today. But I figured while we were waiting for Bly, we would, we were talking offline. I'm just like, why don't we just talk online, right? I think a lot of viewers would probably enjoy it. But yeah, Kas, how's it going, man?
Just all fine.
Okay, cool. Zoya, how you doing, man? I know you were just working out or something, right?
Yeah. I'm going to MLG Dallas, and that's where I grew up. And since I moved to California, I've put on a couple pounds, more than a couple really, but I'm trying to get back into decent form for whenever I go back home. So I've been working out, and I'm doing very well. Thanks for asking.
Cool. Want to be svelte when you show up in cast over there, right? MLG Dallas is when? It's like November?
November 2nd through 4th, I believe.
Yeah, and that's going to be like the champion.
Yeah, that's the final for
the finals.
2012.
Awesome. Misha.
So many good players there.
Yeah, exactly. Are you going, Kas?
No.
Oh man, we got to get you over here, man.
But I don't ready for it.
Not ready for it? What? Come on. time.
No, I mean about visa problems.
Oh yeah, Visa. I was gonna
stuff like
say,
that,
man,
yeah.
you play all these guys all the time.
About
so.
game I always ready, so I don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Like 5 or 10 tours before, I could say like I have like not big experience about LAN, but right now I have so many LANs. I had so many LANs, so I can't say nothing about that.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your next LAN you're gonna be? Are you gonna be playing Asus? Is that the next one, or?
Oh yeah, Assembly.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. Yeah, Assembly's
I
always
love
a
that
great
tournaments.
tournament.
Yeah, they're so good. So nice atmosphere, so good organization. Yeah, it is always crazy good for players.
Yeah, that's
So
what,
enjoying a bit.
that's the one thing I enjoy about the EU tournaments are that there's a good number of them every year, and they're always so consistently good. You know what I mean? It's like when you talk about Home Story or Assembly or IM and DreamHack. I mean, you pretty much know what you're going to get, which is a really, really great tournament, right? So, yeah, looking forward to Assembly, and hopefully all you viewers too will be rooting for Kas here. And one huge thing, I mean, one thing worth mentioning, Misha, is that my viewers have been like almost protesting me to some extent about not having Terrans on this show. So this is going to be a special treat for them to have you on the show. And obviously, you're one of the best, best EU Terrans in the world. So this is, if not the best EU Terran in the world. So this is a special treat for us today.
Oh, I should ask you, my friends, do you know Hirelink?
Who?
Hirelink.
HireLink.
Yeah, I shall type it.
Yeah, type it to me. I don't. That's his name, or game name, or.
It is game name.
Oh, Hireling. I've heard of Hireling.
He's
I've never
streamer,
seen
yeah, Navi Hirelink.
Yeah. I've seen.
He asking about stream this best of 5 versus Bly. Can hear now.
Oh, can you stream it?
Yeah.
Is that what he's asking? Oh.
Yeah. One moment.
I mean, sure. I mean, I guess you can stream it as long as they have.
I think he should ask before. He know what I will do it, and he see it is on Team Liquid. He should ask you like 1 or 2 hours before. But right now, I will say it him no. Okay.
Sure. Or you can just tell him what I told you before. And
Yeah.
I was watching. It's funny. I was watching. How was the tournament that's going on right now? What was it? It was the Narcon. Were you watching Narcon at all earlier?
No.
Yeah, there's a tournament Narcon. I was just watching. We had Sort of on here. Western Wolf Sort of on here like a couple weeks ago, and he just beat Naniwa on it. So really, really big win for Sort of. So hopefully you guys are checking.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I saved some like 1-2 minutes of stream, but when I was looking, Naniwa was winning, so I was thinking this will be easy win for him.
Yeah, exactly.
I know it just looks like every Zerk have crazy skill after patch.
Crazy skill after patch, particularly against Terran, right? It's the Queen upgrade seems to have done wonders for the Zerg race.
Yeah.
But
it is strange because it is nothing changed, so nothing big changed, but it just looks like a different game after last 2 patch.
Yeah, it just feels like, I mean, I was making this comment, I forget who it was, like recently, is that I feel like just Zergs all of a sudden are more focused on like creep spread now, and obviously the Overlords help scouting, particularly in ZVT, right? I mean, I think Overlord scouting is huge.
I think the huge problem was after Ghost nerf, Ghost patch, but like 1-2 days after, Zerk didn't know how good his late game, so they play in standard. But right now they know what if they have a chance to go to the late game, they can do it, and it is like 99% what they win a game. So they just trying to force the game to late game.
Right.
So they wasn't do it this before. But now it's like every game, even if it is like low Master League Zerk, if they play a normal game versus me and it is will be forced to late game, he have like almost like 100% what he will be win this game. Just crazy.
Yeah, it's exactly. It seems like Terrence can't do any pressure early anymore, right? That's like the biggest thing. And
right now, if you don't see any Terran in top 20 in European ladder.
Yeah. I mean, how do you explain Tasia doing so well at like MLG, for instance?
You really want to hear this explained? Because
okay, sure.
Very easy answer. He just get lucky by a grid. It is like one tournament per year. Terran have a good grid. He win tournament, and everyone says, okay, it is not Imba anymore. Terran can do this. Just see, just look. But I don't know. I don't think he can do it again on other tournament.
So
he show very good game. He's like maybe right now he's best Terran in the world, but still he just gets some luck. He just gets some good match up, and
yeah, I mean he played a lot of Protoss, right?
Yeah,
he definitely didn't.
It is about I saying he very good TVP, but he didn't meet very good Zergs, and when he meets Zergs, he get lucky in games. So it was just one good way by Terran.
Right. No, but you bring up a good point. Yeah, a lot of folks don't kind of take a step back and look at it from a big picture, high sample size type of seeing how like what the overall percentages looks like right now. So yeah, you're right. Like when one Terran wins a tournament, it's like, oh, everything's better now, right? but I think overall the stats are probably I think at the highest level, I think the stats have been pretty not so good for Terran, but it's a tough job for Blizzard, man, to have to balance the game for people like me, and then people like you, right? So it's kind of tough sometimes, but. So what do you think about Heart of the Swarm? I mean, I haven't talked to you about that. Do you think it's just going to be like? Oh,
usually
man,
I just saying what I don't care before it is out, but right now I don't know. I tried one time custom map where it is new units, but I didn't play it as many, and I didn't check units too good, but.
Right.
I just hope what I will be can play like many different strategy. I can pick any units in game, and it will be like effective. Because right now you can't use many units in StarCraft because it is useless, like carrier, like battle cruiser, and many others. So.
I see. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be, like, again, it's like no telling what's going to happen until we see
I don't know why Blizzard like make units like battle cruiser or carriers, and it is useless in game. So something wrong in balance already. So.
Yeah, the carriers in particular, I feel like
I think they should remove them because it looks like game is so disbalanced because of that. Because you can't jump to carriers from any strategy, from any tactic, so you just can't use it.
It's too bad too, because I feel like a carrier is one of the kind of mainstay unit. Like a unit that when you say StarCraft. The carrier is one of those units you think of, you know what I mean? So
yeah, but they should like change them at least because it is new game, so they shall make like a new ability or something like that in this unit.
Yeah.
Because right now you don't see games which carriers, only when games already over or just money joke game.
Exactly. That you usually see White Raw doing that, just kind of throwing them in there just for show. But yeah, it's too bad because
you have units in game.
Yeah, I don't know what they could do to it actually to.
Yeah, they can do nothing because too bad.
Too bad.
They just bet in every way.
They really are. I mean, they're so slow. I mean, they made them faster. Would it matter? I don't know. They're just so expensive, and it's always late game. And I mean, a mass carrier armory is still strong at the end, right? I mean, the carrier kind of mothership is strong. It's just it's kind of like telling a Terran go Sky Terran with just mass cruiser, right, and Raven. It's hard as crap to get there.
if Protoss get like 200 limit carriers and mothership, you will be just never fight versus that because they just so bad mobility.
Yeah.
You just can avoid these units and just fight part by part, an easy win, which your mobility group.
That's true, but you could use a mothership though for that. You know, with the
Recall?
The recall, yeah. You can be 2 places at once at least.
I don't think two place.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
like
I'm reaching, man. I'm like really reaching.
just trying to find a point, but there is no point.
yeah, I might as well just give up. It's not worth arguing with you. But where's Bly? Oh my God, let me check to see. Guys, we're waiting on Bly. I guess he's in the finals of the poker strategy tournament, which I guess he wasn't expecting to be, but
he said even if he wins semifinals, he will be give free win to the final other player in final.
Yeah, I think so.
It's more
Where is he? Yeah, but it's okay. You know, in the meantime, we'll be visiting with him, and I know Jared, you weren't expecting this.
He delayed whole show, so just not the best. Oh, wait, he's not in game.
Yeah. I'm trying to all-in him, but he's playing tower defense. That's what Bly's saying. He's like, sorry for the delay, I'm trying to all-in him, but he's playing tower defense, so... Okay.
45 minutes, one game, and he's going to start a second one.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait this next one, unfortunately. So Kosh, you played Bly, like a couple days ago in the Absolute Legends, is that right? Did you play him a couple days ago?
No.
I thought you played him.
Bly?
Yeah, in AA, right? Yeah. So you're gonna get some revenge here, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
But just like... Wait, I just chat and coach him, so...
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I tell you what, why don't you, I don't know, you mind like maybe sending me a replay and we can just like walk through a replay or something?
Oh, okay.
That might be a good way to kill time, because, again guys, sorry about the delay, but, you know, Bly obviously wasn't anticipating on playing these long games in the other tournament he's in, so we'll give him obviously give him like another 15 minutes or so, and in the meantime, hopefully Koss can provide us with a replay maybe to walk through with him. You know, it's like a real pleasure to have him on here. Again, you know, one of the best Terrans, talking strategy with us is always a treat. So.
Oh. I will show you one good replay. I play it today on stream.
Okay.
Many viewers already seen it.
Okay, great.
It is new opening versus Zerk.
New opening versus Zerk, alright.
Yeah, you'll be laughing about it.
I'll be laughing about it, okay. Those are the kind of replays I like. Alright, let's see. Let me download this into my...
This is my new style. I play it a lot in many matchups.
Okay, let me see if I... In many matches? Okay, so it's not just for Zerg?
Oh. I sent one replay?
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll be just see one good points, how I make the first 5 minutes, and you'll be see.
Okay. Oh, first 5 minutes. Okay. I'm definitely interested in seeing this then. Oh.
It is how you can play versus Zerg. Only how you can. Okay, I always say like.
Give me 1 second. I put this in the wrong directory. What am I doing? They have all these crazy directories for each.
Account, right?
Yeah.
Or you have only one StarCraft account.
Yeah, I have multiple ones, obviously. So.
It's always so hard because these numbers. If you have like 5 or 6 accounts,
it's true.
You have the folder.
Okay, here it is. Jared, you wanna walk through it with us too?
I will just watch the stream.
Cool.
Replay sync is horrible.
Okay, no problem. Feel free to jump in whenever, Jared. You know.
Yeah.
You know.
I'll give my thoughts if I have any questions for Koss and his new build TVZ.
All right, should
how you can beat Zerg. It is only one way.
So, this X-Lord, alright, cool. Should we go to 2 minutes first, or what? Is that cool, or are we going to miss a lot in 2 minutes?
You can just force on high speeds whole replay just to slow in some moments when you want to watch. Actually, this was a very normal game. I just tried to play some creative and just some random strategy.
Okay, let me try this.
Player. Usually when I stream, I don't play like seriously. I just try and enjoy, and we just make viewers fun. But it is hard because many viewers just saying like "go win, go win." So
Right.
you're just trying to play like one half of part fun, half of part serious.
Right. Okay, so I'm just going to walk through it and...
Yeah, just you can force high.
Okay, so I'm going to go 2 exits. So it looks like, okay, you're a 15... Oh, actually, you command center first. Alright, cool. You normally command center first?
Not every game, but on some maps. On Shakuras,
Okay.
yeah, it is pretty okay, but...
Okay, cool. I'm not going to see you build 5 CCs here, am I? Let me see this. Knowing you, that's what I'm suspecting.
You're pretty good now.
I know costs, I mean. Wow, actually the Zerg X-Lord's going for 3. Jeez.
It is like...
This is
you
crazy.
think
Okay,
I am
this-
greedy, so he can be more greedy. Then I think he's... Okay, he will be greedy, more greedy than me, so I need to be even more greedy. This is crazy.
This is funny. Okay, so we got 3 command centers being built. We got 3 hatches already up. Got no gas from the Zerg until like now, but I guess that's kind of normal these days. But
Yeah,
okay, building a
Zerg's so
bunker.
easy race. Just
Okay.
drop.
Here comes
They just
command
need
center
to
number 4.
know one timing. When to put gas and gas.
Yeah, gas, exactly.
Yeah, see? Just normal opening.
Yeah, normal 4 CC opening. Oh my gosh.
And he will be see it is switch overlord, so after that greedy start from X-Lord, he think, okay, I shall punish him, so he will get some big pressure.
Yeah.
Now he see, okay, it is 4 command center after 14th command center. So usually it is normally what Zarek trying to punish that.
Yeah, exactly. But it's so late. I mean, he's gonna build roaches and Banes now. No way, right?
Yeah, it is like
There's
2
no way.
minutes
Yeah.
delay, but I seen this open from X-Lord, so I expect this delayed timing, so I don't worry about that.
Yeah, Roach Ling at this point in the game is not the strongest, even with what you're doing here. Oh,
Yeah, and
are you
do you know
going mech?
what many small details can explain your strategy of Zerg? If you see this bad creep spread, you know what it is not many queens, so he get these minerals for units or for building, so you know already what it is some pressure, and it is like small.
Oh my god, that's a lot of Bane stuff. Oh no, that's a lot of SCVs.
So let's see it.
Holy crap, 21 SCVs. But you know what? He's got 4 command centers, so it doesn't matter.
I think
Here come
so
the mules.
a future strategy will be like build 6 command center because you can lose like 20 CV and rebuild it is in 2 minutes.
Exactly. You know, all you have to do is put down 5 mules now, and it's all good.
The whole game will be like build SCV, lose SCV, build SCV and lose SCV.
So I get it. So you're using your SCVs as kind of tanking.
Yeah.
Take all the damage, right?
Yeah, it is good units for defense.
That's true.
You're breaking the meta, Cass.
Exactly, breaking the meta. But I like that. I like that thinking, man.
Yeah, it is just some fun thinking, but
And here comes
actually
Mech.
you can get some sense in it. Like yeah, sometimes you're greedy, but this greedy
Well, they don't-
put you in defense position and you can lose like many units, many SV, and it is like no problem. It is normally.
Yeah, I mean that's the life of a Zerg, man. Whenever they get Hellions roasting their drones, they're like, doesn't matter. I made 100 drones anyway, so it's all good. But yeah, it's an interesting approach, definitely.
And I like games like this when you're just playing like greedy ways, so you're just trying to use like many production, many units. This macro can explain you more your mistakes. It is not like 10-minute game where you just make one push and you win or lose.
Right.
This game you can learn much faster and learn more. So I really like this style. But normally in tournament game, a little bit do it. It is crazy and it is very bad. Every Zerg, every good Zerg can punish you.
Yeah, that's the thing about definitely when you're in tournaments, right? Everybody's builds are so crisp that yeah, I mean any little opening that you give sometimes is susceptible to, like, you can't recover really quickly, you know, right? I mean, if he was already going to be, you know, if he had a timing that was about a minute earlier, I think it would have been hard to hold, right? Alright, here comes your Roche, but your mech army is already big enough here. Oh, he's going drop, though. Oh, it's Bane drop. It's fruit dealer style, man. Old school fruit dealer style.
Actually, Venom is not so bad versus tanks if they're not so good spread, but in that situation, tanks was very good position, and Thor for tempting Roach, this was like ideally position for me.
Yeah. Bane drops aren't good, right? Against mech.
Yeah. It is good.
Really? I mean, Roach strong because okay, I didn't think Bane
yeah,
drops.
it is like all what you need to just defend this push, because next one will be so late, but there can like rebuild drones and rebuild army and again rebuild army. So
I see.
All what he need just defense, and if I spread bad, so he just can drop on my tanks and easy defense it.
I see.
But usually they drop in Roaches, but
yeah, the Roach drop I know is much better.
So
yeah, I like the Roach drop a lot better because because the tank volleys do more damage than the Banes, I think. The tanks killing each other.
Just like
yeah.
less resource.
Wow, so Marine Thor here at the end?
Yeah,
That's
it
cool.
is like switch after 5 factory you build like 20 barracks and go in Marines after that, because usually if you play in mech you have like 5,000 minerals and 0 gas, so you can build Hellions, but Hellions bad versus Roach, so better Marines, because they're better DPS and they're good like which stores you can spread them. I think it is just better than Hellions.
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right actually with that. I mean, and we all know about like actually what's your upgrade on your Marines?
You can build like much faster Marines which mech units, because sure you can like build additional factory and build Hellions, and this will be better position, but you can build factory for free. It is 100 gas and it is time, and it is for sure add-ons with reactors and others. So I think war is just better in situation like that.
I see.
But these games was like already like something.
Yeah, it was already over.
So
right?
you can judge by this game.
Huh. Okay. Yeah, I like that Marine follow. The only thing bad about the Marine follow-up is that your Marines are like 1-0 though, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's kind of like they might melt like Mongols. But
this was like you're just doing what you want.
Yeah, it's kind of fun. I mean, it's nice. Kind of free-forming it.
I was one to nukes Ghost, but he out. So sad.
So sad. Yeah, I'm sure real sad. All right, folks. Well, just to kind of fill you guys up on what we're doing, we're waiting on AcerBly right now to finish up the Poker Strategies tournament, because he's doing well in it, which is good for him, but unfortunately not the best for us because we have to wait for him. But we're gonna have Kas and Bly play a best of 5 here in a second, and yeah. But right now we're just kind of hanging out with Kas and Zoya right now, and myself. We just went over a replay of Kas that he played today, just kind of walking through an interesting 4 command center
Yeah, we're just trying to find some ways how to beat Zerg.
Exactly. Which would work, you know, against a greedy Zerg. That definitely works, but it's
Yeah, against normal Zerg, I don't know. It is so hard because you have like only 1-2 timings per game when you can really punish Zerg for his greediness, but I, usually you just can't beat before middle of late game Zerg. Good Zerg, he always will be defend, and right now all Zergs like playing defense position.
right.
Just like all what they need, just defend some first attacks turns,
Oh, I see.
and they will be in good spot. It is big problem.
What do you think of that really aggressive style, like kind of a style like Illusions? Have you seen Illusion play where it's just, you know, it's obviously very bio and it's just constant
Yeah, I
pressure?
seen that, but he didn't meet like very good Zerg player who really adapted for this style. Usually when he play versus Zerg don't ready and don't know how to react on these builds, and he don't know even what he will be like switch to these builds, what turn will be to these builds, and how to see this. But it is very good opening, but he have many bad sides. He have like many timings when Zerg can easy all-in you and easy punish you when you're like going for third or your natural.
Right. I see. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you basically when you're aggressive, you really don't want that counterattack to happen, right? Because you're pretty naked at home. But yeah, that's definitely true. Well, some people are suggesting we take some questions. What do you think? You mind answering some questions from the viewers? Guys, why don't you guys, well, we could take some questions off this stream chat, but it might be fun for you guys to call in. Call in, guys. Add me on Skype. Skype ID is ChanmanV. You can ask Kos, Zoya, or myself any question you want. You probably, probably Zoya or Kos. You probably don't care about me because I'm always on here anyways, so let me see. Let me see if this, actually Shiro might want to. This guy's been really good guy. He's been messaging me. But yeah, guys, if you want to add me on Skype, ChanmanV, we'll pull you in the call and you can ask Kos or us any of your questions. In the meantime, we got a question here. Let's see. Well, that's not a great question. How about this? Okay, there's a question from Shiro. If your mass mech style. Okay, so yeah, I guess this question is: do you prefer the mass mech style versus, marine tank currently?
I think it is better, but only on some maps like Daybreak and Shakurs, like maps were on two position and where you can't lose by mobility. So for sure this mech will be better, but the big problem is mobility. You just can't be in many places at in one time, but yeah, it is stronger for sure. This power of mech, it is crazy, but usually you can't do it because he will have like more and more army always.
I mean, the general saying with mech is that, like, I think if you get to that crazy mech ball, it's just like unstoppable, right?
Yeah,
but it's just so hard to
never
get there, right?
It's not hard, it's just sometimes impossible because you always will be in disadvantage when you do this build. So if opponents will make mistake, you can do it, but it is bad way to play. Only waiting mistake from player. It is always bad.
Right, exactly. Bly!
Hey,
you there? Hey
sorry.
Alexander, how's it going? Did you win?
Oh man, yeah, but when Protoss just tower defense, he sit on to base, make 6 cannons, and wait till Colossus, Stalker Blink, 200 supply from 2 bases.
You should just told him, like, I got places to be, man. Like, just let me break through here. That's
It
all
was really
good.
crazy.
Well, congrats, man. Did you win it, or are you just in the finals?
I just reached top 2, so
Okay.
I took $50 and spot for the final,
All right.
1,000 final. So
Good deal, man. Awesome.
I had to do it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I totally understand. No problem. We just been hanging out with Misha here, so it's been great. But yeah. So like just we just wanted to chat with you guys a little bit just before we started. And obviously we've been chatting with Kos a lot, but just kind of wanted to see what you've been up to, Bly, and maybe what tournament you're playing next, and then in the near future.
Actually, I have no idea.
That's pro players, guys. They don't plan more than like a week ahead. I'm not
No.
joking. I'm like absolutely serious.
I don't have plans for tomorrow, man. Really, I don't have plans even for tomorrow. Like even 12 a.m. Like I don't know what I will do every day. I'm doing what I wanna. So
He's carpe diem, man. Seize the day, right? That's awesome.
yeah.
But that's cool. But why don't we get started? Because obviously we're running a little bit late. But as long as you guys
Yeah.
are good, because I know it's later for you
And
guys. But
it's ZVT, so it will be long
oh,
games.
come on.
No,
Come
this
on.
will be fast. I will be kill you very fast.
Yeah, Misha's already been saying I'm gonna all in him, but he keeps towering. He keeps spawning in.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this big secret, so don't say
My bad.
just to
my
play.
bad. Right, exactly.
Okay.
He's
Alright,
there,
well-
so don't worry. Don't remind it.
Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Turn Imba.
He'll be trying to remind only how to make it wrong. So it's very hard. So he keep
Exactly.
all his strange on that.
All right. Well, why don't we get started? Why don't we get the we'll kind of get into StarCraft, and I guess you guys just exit the call for now, and then join up after the series is over,
Okay.
and then we'll talk to you guys afterwards. Sound good?
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Good
All right.
luck.
All right. Good luck, guys.
Thanks.
All right. Oh, Nisha's still here. I'll hang up on you. All right, can I hang up on him? Does that work? Shoot, I think that works. All right, Jared. Just me and you now, Zoya.
Yep.
Well,
We're gonna cast some TVZ, man.
exactly. We'll let Zoya do his thing here.
Don't worry, you'll be carrying me.
Oh, please, man. You're the pro here. Okay, let's see. We're going to start on Daybreak. Good old Daybreak. Are there MLG maps on EU? Let's see. Yeah, there
Oh
are.
no.
Yeah, there are. I remember in the past there were some that aren't. But we figure we'll do this. And let's get let's see, I want Bly in first. Scoreboard's going to give me headaches again. I'm sure, guys, so be patient with me if the names are all wrong and all that stuff. What does that say? Viva was Bly saying there? I host it? What did he say?
I have no idea.
Huh? I'm trying to add Kos in here.
I'm on Joristar's account, so that's me in the channel.
Oh, okay. He wants a GSL. I'll start GSL. That's fine. MLG and GSL are pretty much the same, right? On Daybreak.
I believe so.
Yeah. Okay. That's the beauty of Kos. He's just like, any map, it's all good. He never picks a map every time I have him. One of us. Oh, one of us joined the call? Okay. They want to do that? Wow. Nah. They're speaking Ukrainian, so I'm not you don't understand. But okay, we're not going to do that. We're just going to do a regular best of 5. We're going to cast this, and then we'll have them come on and do a replay analysis of one of them. All right, here we go. Okay, we're going to start on Daybreak, and again, they're speaking Ukrainian, so I don't understand anything they're saying. But all right, Zoya, it's going to be fun, buddy. We haven't casted together before, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We have TVZ here, and a lot of people don't realize that how most people see it as the Korean scene and then the foreigner scene, but from the North Americas to Europe, the scenes are still very separate. So as a North American caster, I don't get chances to cast these guys very often. So,
yeah.
I mean, I watch Cass's stream. He's one of the few Terrans that I actually watch. But Bly, he's someone that, you know, unless I'm watching an EU tournament, I don't get to see or cast him much, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I mean, it's, oh, great, of course, scoreboard already is giving me problems. Yeah, I mean, definitely Bly, I feel like, doesn't get much, you know, again, like you said, attention in North America, right? So, but Bly, honestly, he plays so many online, he's probably like he's one of those kind of, online tournament warriors, I guess you could say. He plays so many, he almost plays one every day. So, you know, I remember last time I had him on Pro Corner, he was really, you know, we were talking about just, you know, players kind of making a living and that type of thing and how it differs in EU and NA. And, you know, one of the things that he always said that was better about EU is that there's just so many online tournaments available, where in NA it's primarily like Playham, right? And that's about it. And obviously you know Playham because, you know, you're obviously one of the Playham casters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so, yeah, you guys can check out Zoya. Like every day on Playham, is that right?
I've actually only cast like once a week now for Playham.
Cool.
I'll be casting tonight's Playham daily though. So.
Awesome, yeah. Check him out tonight, guys. It's a great caster, and again, this is fun, man. Because again, you know, last time we had Zoya on with Jurisar for my last tournament, the My Favorites Bracket tournament, and you guys did an awesome job. And I know you were exhausted too. So.
Yeah, it was horrible timing for me to go to Vegas, but it was a fun tournament. I enjoyed it. It was cool how that was set up.
Yeah, hopefully
we have
do
Bly
more.
scouting everywhere, man.
Yeah,
he is trying to find he knows Cass is willing to do something silly. he scouted every possible proxy almost.
Yeah, and again, these guys are friends, so you know, obviously I'd be surprised if we didn't see some metagaming in a few of these games. So.
It was a CC first.
Yeah.
Again, Cass. Trying to find styles that he is comfortable with. TBZ, like we were discussing with Cass, is in this kind of weird state where Terran's still having a lot of difficulty, but some are trying to figure it out. We're seeing a lot of experimenting from players.
Yeah, definitely. We'll see if I don't think Cass will be breaking out. Yeah, I don't think he'll be breaking out that 4CC build right in this game.
No. He already thrown down that second barracks.
Yep,
the 4CC build was interesting.
Yes, it was.
Like you said, against someone who's playing standard Zerg style, that build would not work very well.
Yeah, it has to be a greedy Zerg, like X-Lord was being.
Yeah. We do have some little micro here in the base of Cass. That SCV getting very low. And it looks like...
Oh, he's going to cut him up! Oh, nice move by Bly there.
Doing that little loop around, grabbing that SCV. We see this 2 queens are started. Probably going to be seeing 4 queen. We're starting to see a lot of Zergs even go up to 6 queen very quickly. It's a good build, but it's very defensive. So we'll have to see. Like I said, I hardly ever get to cast Bly, so I'm not too confident with this, like how I know his style. So we'll have to see, you know, where he wants to go with this.
Yeah, Bly's pretty versatile. He does a lot of everything. You know, he'll all-in you sometimes. He'll go, you know, heavy macro sometimes. So, yeah, I mean, I kind of like the 6 queen strategy on this map because, you know, creep spreading can get so sick, particularly in this map. Especially when you can creep all 3 lanes, you know, through the middle. I feel like it's such a huge advantage for Zerg, being able to see, you know, basically any kind of counterattack or that a Terran can do. Because the worst thing a Zerg wants, you know, to see is like, you know, eight Marines basically with all their, you know, basically killing their 4th or their 3rd while they're trying to attack the Terran's natural or something like that. So, I usually like to see heavy queens and tumors on this map. It's always cool.
Yeah, it's also important to note that this map has very little airspace, like not much open space. So if you spread that creep everywhere, you're going to be able to see every drop coming at you.
Right.
And this is a map where you have to drop on a stair, and you can't not do it. This map is too big. There's too many bases that it can take, so you have to harass some way. It looks like, I don't know what Cass was doing with this barracks. I thought he was just going to scout with it and go mech, but he's just kind of flying it around everywhere. So maybe he's still wanting to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
this barracks just kind of went on a trip down to that potential 5th base, and then it turned around. So I don't know.
Maybe he was trying to fake mech. Yeah, like he said, like just.
Or maybe he was trying to catch an overlord over that little spot.
Oh yeah, that's probably what it was. Exactly.
But he's throwing on that tech lab on one of the barracks, getting the reactor Hellions. No starport just yet. Throwing down that third CC. Bly's taking a third hatchery as well, going double evolution chamber. He is on, I believe he's on 4 Queen. Yeah, so there that creep spread is started, and everything looking normal for both players. We're seeing stim started for Cass, so he will be going bio and not mech.
Yeah, I want you guys to notice like where Bly put his overlords. The overlords that he has over those little towers in the middle there, those were his second and third overlords. His first one obviously is next to the natural, so you know obviously that gives great vision, especially at this point in the game where there's no creep. So, and you can do it safely too, and that's the beauty of those 2 overlords. All right, looks like those Hellions are moving across the map. Look at those tumors already. You know, he's already got like 10 tumors down. That's what's so awesome about Zergs nowadays.
Yeah, they're trying to get the creep spread down the ramps as fast as possible. If they can get them down the ramps, then it's easier to stop the Hellion play. That's why you always want to see Terran sending units across the map as fast as possible to deny that. So once the creep's down, you have to use a scan to stop it from getting any further. It's kind of a pain for the Terran, but... Right,
and scans are, scans do economic damage, and I mean, that's why creeping is so great. It has there's so many ways to hurt the Terran. It's economic, it's scouting, and it's obviously in engagements too, right? So such a powerful thing creeping is.
Yeah, we see double engineering bay from Cass. Going to be going up to those quick upgrades, so it definitely at this point will 100% be bio. Throwing down 2 more barracks as well. Stim's very close to finishing. Still no tech lab on that factory. No siege tanks just yet.
Oh, that overlord! Oh, Laird didn't finish in time. Oh, that would have been that would have been pretty costly for cost if Bly could have creeped that third area.
Yeah. We do have Hellions poking forward. Bailing's at the top of the ramp. Good micro from both players. It looks like the chat wants you to put the production tab on.
Oh, sorry guys. Thank you.
Infestation pit and Bailey speed started as well. Just going to be standard play from both players. I don't know how it is in the EU scene, but we're seeing a lot of Zergs in NA and in Korea as well, starting to go back into Ling Bailing Muta. And it's working quite well. It does very well against this mass bio style that Terrans are doing. I mean, if you're going to go Marine tank, might as well stay at Ling and Fester, but...
Yeah, I mean the Ling Bane Muta, I agree. It's like making its kind of comeback now, and it's really great because it's obviously the mutas can contain any drops, and they also they also kind of clean up the medevacs after those engagements. You know what I mean? That's one of the biggest issues or biggest advantages that Terran has while they're scaling up through the game is their medevac count. And every single engagement, if they don't lose medevacs, well, they're going to have those 12 medevacs really quickly. And we know about 2-2, 3-3 Marines and 12 medevacs. They're almost unstoppable if you split them. So, yeah. So I kind of like Muta things these days actually. All right, here we go. Looks like Bly's got some Ling Bane here, but it doesn't look like Cost is going to commit too much to this. So we'll see if he can get away here.
Yeah, on creep with Bailings with speed, which he's seen at this point, would not be smart. Might get caught off guard.
Oh, he's going to get caught.
Shit, nice Bailing connects there on the Hellion so far, and this will definitely get cleaned up. Cast nice splits there at the end, but he didn't think he was going to get chased off a creep, and that was a lot of units to lose. Yeah, that was still very, very cost efficient for Bly there. He landed those first few Banes on a lot of stuff there, so... yeah, definitely good for Bly. So after that engagement, obviously the Zerg can probably take a fourth at this point because there's no threat really, and looking pretty normal. This game, wouldn't you say? Oh, he's got infestors already. Wow. Okay. Cool. Yeah, no, he's got Hive Inspire on the way as well. 2-2's just about to finish. Everything looking very normal. This is a standard TBZ Daybreak.
Yep.
Third base is up for Cass. As we saw earlier, Bly did scout it. Looks like he wants to do a little bit of aggression. Catches a Marine here that was scouting. I mean, Bly is all over the place right now, doing very well. Creep spread's finally starting to get out there after he pushed out that back that push, which was really helpful. And he's double expanding. And just standard Daybreak ZVT.
Yeah, going straight to Broods here. It's going to be, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm not sure if Koss is going to be able to. I was thinking Koss would have had that fourth up actually by now, but it'll be interesting to see if he has enough to stop basically stop the Zerg once he gets that first round of Broodlords and infestors, and it's always interesting to see where they build the infestors and in this mix, because Zergs are a little bit susceptible to an attack during this phase, right, where they're trying to get to Greater Spire, and that's kind of where that's kind of what Kas is doing right now. He's kind of pushing across the map because he probably senses that Bly is trying to get to Broodlords, and there's a good minute or two where he's got a stronger army.
Yeah, this is a very scary push from Kas. Bly is now supply blocked, which is huge. He actually has nothing in production Overlord-wise.
Oh, wow, yeah.
So he's going to not be able to get the Broodlords and Corruptors started anytime soon, but looks like Kas just wanting to apply a little bit of pressure, freak his opponent out. Might be pushing from the top instead, it looks like. Yeah. Still no fourth base from him. Looks like he's about to take the middle of the map. Ultra Den going down. That's a smart decision. When you're supply blocked like this, he's still not building any Overlords. Broodlords take too long. Ultralisk can get out quicker, so swapping to Ultralisk. But here comes an engagement. Oh no.
That's a lot of Zerg units.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is looking great for Bly. He's going to lose all those medevacs too, and again, we were talking about medevacs a little earlier, and that just makes the Terrans start all over again when it comes to getting that medevac count.
Yeah, it's interesting stuff from Bly. He always engages off of creep, and I mean, normally you don't see Terrans sieging up off of creep. They'll start slow pushing when they're on creep, and
yeah, that's a good point.
He got completely caught off guard there. Got a little bit crushed. Kas is still in an okay spot. If we look at that income tab, he's up to 79 harvesters, which means he'll be able to start that production again. Bly not stopping the creep spread as well, which is good for him. 3-3 on the way as well. And we see the double starport going down. Kas is anticipating the Broodlords. I don't know if he scanned. Oh, he's actually going to drop in the main base. He's going to see the Corruptors now. It should be cleaned up very quickly. How much damage will be done? Nice positioning on these.
Good though. Yeah, he's killing a lot of lings here. This is definitely a cost-efficient attack for him there. And trying to kind of keeping the Zerg back in his base while he kind of gets this. I guess his fourth is already established. I thought he would maybe try to take a fifth here, but I guess he does have the fifth command center next to his third. So, but that ling is burrowed there, so he's gonna have to take care of that eventually.
Yeah, nice little annoying thing that Zergs tend to do.
Yeah.
Creep spread looking pretty good again for Bly. He doesn't have to stop doing it. Normally, when you see Zergs get their creep cleaned up, they'll just keep it around their hatcheries. They won't keep it on the map. But Bly's doing an excellent job of keeping his macro queens alive. He's doing a great job of just constantly creep spreading, and everything's looking good. We see Broodlord scout this double drop here. If Kas realizes that he could have dropped on top of those, he's going to go straight into the main base. Queen is in position to start attacking these medevacs. Lings and Infestor are coming up, as well as the Corruptors.
Well, it's splitting up, but actually, well, that's decent position. Again, he's just trying to. I feel like he's trying to delay a little bit. Usually, there we go.
Yeah, you have to constantly drop this there, and you can't just sit back. And nice positioning on these Broodlords over this death space. Marines can't really get to them. Gotta be careful of these Corruptors, though. Those could be taken out. And looks like Bly wants to push it. Siege tanks do siege up.
I don't know about that.
Are so...
Yeah, I'm not sure why he was sieging up there, but...
Losing a lot here. Kas is taking so much damage. The siege tanks get taken out. At his planetary, he actually doesn't have any siege tanks. He wanted to mix in a couple Thors here, so if a pressure was to come, he could do a good amount of damage. Seeker Missile just about to finish. I don't know if it'll be done in time, or these two Ravens will have enough energy.
Yeah, I mean, those were the first two. No, he's already got two Ravens out, so maybe the first two might have enough energy. No, they won't. Two's not going to kill. Is two enough to kill? Like,
no.
Anything? I mean,
I think it's maybe 4 Seeker Missiles to kill a Broodlord. I don't know. I don't think 2 will be enough. If it gets clumped up on the Infestors, that would be nice.
Yeah, I think that would be the biggest gain for him, killing Infestors with it.
Nice funnel growth on those Marines. Lings, Banelings, Infestors trying to come forward here. Siege tanks on the high ground. Bly has to be so careful with these Broodlords.
Yeah, it's a real... Oh, this is going to be a really close fight here.
Oh, nice funnel on the Ravens. More Infestor Terran going down. Ravens trying to get a flank on these Broodlords.
Still a lot of Marines in the back, though, but there's a lot of fungal, like a lot of energy on these Infestors, so it's going to be... I think the Zerg's going to come out ahead here.
Yep, nice.
Opting for the tanks. Okay, there we go.
By Bly. The problem is he used all of his fungal growth energy already. He doesn't have enough to take out these Vikings, so the Broodlords might fall. There's more Infestor Terrans coming down.
Still losing the planetary here, though.
Yeah, he definitely lost the planetary. Income tab, he's down to 69 harvesters. He's still only on 3 bases. Never took that 5th. And supply is 193 to 125, and this is perfect. We got 7 Ultras on the way, and there's no Marauders on the field.
Exchanging armies at this point is definitely not good for the Terran, because the Zerg can instantly remax here, which Bly is doing, and again, he's just going to apply pressure immediately.
Third base, very exposed, no planetary here, all these Harvesters are dead. Bunker is trying to get surrounded on, nice positioning on all these buildings to defend that. Infested Terran going down, there's a GG from Cass, yeah, he knows, he was just... the problem with that from Cass was the 2 pushes he did across the map. The first one was the one at that third base, just got cleaned up. Second one, he got caught off guard at the high ground, when not sieged up, lost a bunch of units there. And losing those 2 big armies, there's always that scary window where you're trying to get Ravens out, but you don't have Seeker Missile, you don't have the energy just yet, and that's exactly when Bly hit.
Yeah, I mean, Bly just had too much there, and then he had like banks saved up for, that instant Ultra transition anyways. So he was, like you said, like a lot of it kind of led up to that point. It's just a lot of engagements before that. So it's a good game by Bly. It's a good first game, man. Good stuff.
Yeah, it was a great first game. Both players trying, but
trying. Yeah, exactly.
Let's see where this next game goes.
Oh, actually, Arid Plateau. What am I picking here? Oh my gosh, that's the wrong map.
Yeah, that's not a
that's not a good map for anybody. What's a good Terran map? So Cost is basically saying anything.
Antigua?
Antigua? Yeah, let's do Antigua. That sounds good. Alright. Alright, so you were working out earlier today, huh? I was hoping to go work out today, but I didn't have time.
Yeah. When I moved out to California, I was kind of chubby back then from playing World of Warcraft too much. I got up to like 210 when I moved out here, and then I skyrocketed in the 3 years I've worked out here to 264. Got pretty big, and I've been working out since New Year's, dieting down to 230, and I'm wanting to get back down to 200 before I go to Dallas.
Cool, good deal. Are you? What do you usually do? I mean, you usually do weights and run.
I usually run for 30 minutes, and then I just do weightlifting. I work out in the morning and then at night.
Yeah.
My apartment complex has a nice little gym here, so I just go use that.
Awesome. Yeah, I usually do. I mean, we have like a little workout facility around here, but I don't know. I still have like a membership at LA Fitness, so that's where I usually end up going. Let's see. All right, I think we might be ready to get this party started. Here we go. So are you into the Olympics at all, bud?
Not really.
No.
I live, eat, and breathe StarCraft.
All right, man. That's a true
school.
gamer for you right there. Exactly. Oh, where do you go to school?
It's called Citrus College. It's
okay.
just a little community college by my house. I think I'll be transferring to Cal Poly Pomona at the end of the semester.
Awesome.
That'll be fun. That'll be fun, but yeah,
it's a good place.
Hanging out with friends every couple days, and then school, and then StarCraft. Nothing else, man. I don't have time for
exactly. We don't have time for anything other than esports, right?
Right.
That's awesome. That's God's commitment, man. That's good stuff. We need more folks like you in this industry, and you're doing quite well for yourself, bud.
All I do is cast. You're the one that does the real work.
Oh, please, man. I don't got any skills, man.
I don't know about that.
You're the one. You're the one with all the entertainment
all these
skills.
Shows and stuff you put on, giveaways and whatnot.
That's all for the viewers,
I don't invest
man.
money into esports. I just talk, man. I just talk about a video game.
Dude,
my job's easy.
Time is more valuable than money sometimes. Believe me. Opportunity costs, right?
Yep.
But, all right, so we're on Tiga Shipyard. It's funny because for a long time I would say, and even now, I think everybody would say that Terrans like this map for sure. But I have to say, the Zergs have been starting to get better at this map, and it seems
I've had a lot of discussion with a lot of top tier Terrans and Zergs. All of them say that this is the best TVZ map, but on the flip side, no Zerg goes, I don't like playing on Antigua versus Terran.
Yeah, that's kind of funny.
It's the best for Terran, but it's not bad for Zerg at all. Like, if you look at Entombed Valley, Zergs go versus Protoss and Terran, or I guess not versus Terran anymore, but versus Protoss, they hate Entombed Valley. They can't play on that map. They always veto it.
Right.
There's nothing like that for TVZ. There's no map where Zerg's like, oh, I can't play on this map versus Terran. I can play on any map versus Terran. And Antiga's just the best one for Terran.
Right, and that's why that's why a lot of Terrans are complaining these days. It's because exactly that. Yeah, Antigua, for a long time, I think, and it still happens too, that Zergs just have a really hard time taking a fourth, just given the architecture of the map, because obviously that base in the middle is hard to hold against like siege tanks and that kind of stuff, and the perimeter ones are hard to hold too because you just kind of get pulled apart. But it seems like the Zergs are going for early exchanges so that you can kind of keep Terrans in their base, so it allows them to be able to kind of expand freely. If the Zerg can get in that state, it seems like the game just works out so much better for them.
Yeah, it definitely requires a different type of play style from Zerg on this map. You can't do that standard, okay, I'm just going to play defensive, I'll have enough Lings and Banelings to defend his inevitable push, and that's it. They have to be very aggressive, they have to take control of the map. If you let Terran do a Marine tank timing and get the middle ground, it's very hard to break if you don't have very fast Broodlords, and even fast Broodlords, it can get rough. Yeah,
definitely. Broodlords are just good. Period. Yeah. The Broodlord into Ultra transition. I mean, that's just too good. And then they end up having Broodlords and Ultras. Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, what is a Terran supposed to do against that?
Yeah, it's kind of like the same problems that Terran was having versus Protoss back early. Whenever it was, they couldn't figure out how to handle the Colossus to High Templar switch, and then eventually they have Colossus and High Templar, and also they just have pure High Templar. So if you didn't have your perfect Ghost versus Viking count, you would lose, and that's kind of what Terrans are kind of having a problem with in TVZ now. They don't, you have to have Marauders for the Ultralisk, you have to have Vikings for the Broodlords, and if you're not scouting perfectly, you'll get crushed.
Yeah,
it's kind of scary sometimes.
I think the Marines in the past were just kind of a fill-all, late game, early game, whatever. But these days, they're not as strong, obviously, with Fungals and kind of that Ultra Bane combination too. It makes them less effective unless you split like MKP. I mean, MKP makes that still work with the crazy splits and cost efficiency of that, right?
Yeah.
But okay, so it looks like the Zerg's not going to be. It's pretty standard. Looks pretty similar to that. Oh, actually, he's going with the early Roach Warren, so we could be seeing a Roach Bane bust impending here. Looks like he stopped droning at about that 30-32 range, and this is that build. I think he's anticipating a 3cc build, which Koss is not doing. So Koss should be ready for this, quite honestly.
Yeah, as long as he sniffs it out, he's definitely going to take damage from this. He's going the Hellion Banshee build, which can hold off this build. I mean, he'll inevitably clean it up because he has. I mean, the Banshees will just clean it up. It all depends on how he controls it. If he loses too many Hellions early on, is how much damage he will take.
Yeah, and a big thing about this too is that not only is it the damage that they take, like you pointed out, which is really good. It's also like the better he handles it, the faster he can just instantly like counterattack with Banshee, and the Zerg's not tech to stop Banshees right now, especially Banshee Hellion. So yeah, if he stuffs this really well, I think the Zerg's gonna be in really, really bad shape. So we'll see how much damage Bly can do here.
Well, this is gonna be scary. Bly is not just doing the early aggression type build. He's doing a super all-in version. He's only building Lings right now. He's already up to 66 supply. He's not building anything back home. No Evil Chamber, like you said. Now the Banelings are warping in. Hellions are trying to get good shots.
Oh, look at that! He's lined them up. He's lining them up. Oh, I think that was worth the Hellions he lost there. He killed at least. He probably killed 3/4 of those Banes there.
Yeah, he did a lot of damage. 4 Banelings coming forward here. The bunkers are trying to take out the SCVs, and it looks like only 2 Banelings are left. And I mean, Koss is going to hold fine. He needs to get a repair off on these bunkers, and this did not go well for Bly at all. The Banelings do get 1 connect, but there goes the repair. All that's left is 3 Roaches, more Lings streaming in, but there are plenty of Hellions to deal with this, and I wouldn't be surprised if Bly just GG'd out. That went horribly for him, but no, he's going to try and drone up. Teching the lair now, but...
Yeah, and this is what I'm talking about. So I think what's going to happen is Koss is going to build another Banshee and probably, I don't know, 4 more Hellions, and then just kind of, I think, counterattack here at least to get that natural more saturated in a 3rd building, which he's doing right now. But he's not pressuring at all, which is kind of surprising.
Well, he's sending his Hellions across the map, or Banshee, excuse me. There is lair on the way, double Evo Chamber about to finish, so Spores might be up in time. I don't think he ever researched Cloak, though. No, he didn't. So these are Cloakless Banshees. It's hard to apply pressure against Zerg with Cloakless Banshees. He can deny creep, he can deny a third base, but you can't really fight the queens without cloak.
Yeah, he's kind of got map control with the Banshee, but again, the Banshee, one Banshee by itself doesn't do much damage. But here comes the Hellion Marine Banshee type of army pushing across the map, and it's gonna be hard to deal with it. I mean, if he had maybe, well, how many queens does he have? He's got 3 queens. Is that right? 3 queens. Okay, 3 queens. 3 queens and a spore is gonna be fine for the Banshees.
He has no banelings back home. He needs to start warping in banelings right now. If he doesn't get any banelings here soon, he's going to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, this could be it right here.
Yeah, Ling's trying to do as much damage as possible. 2 Banshees are here, taking out 1 queen very quickly. Will it fall? There's a spore caller, but it's just barely out of position. Marine's coming up as well. There are no Lings in production right now, so Bly's definitely taking damage here. He's already lost 1 queen.
It's going to take a lot of damage right here. The queens are doing their... Honestly, the Banshees are not as big of a deal right here, as much as like the Marines are, though.
We shouldn't be losing them to the spore crawlers.
Yeah, that's true.
Nice surround though with
these
drones, taking out a handful of them, and it's going to be cleaned up by Bly. Look at his units count. He's down to 29 drones. That's a horrible position to be in. He's down to 1 queen, so his creep spread's going to be so slow. He's not going to be able to take third base soon. I mean, that trade went almost perfect for Kas. He's already up 71 to 51 supply.
Yeah, I mean, Kas killed 21 workers there, and during that whole time, Kas was just, building SCVs, getting his finishing his 3rd command center, and Bly was just building units the whole time, right? So it's that advantage has been exacerbated, obviously, at this point. But at least he's got some creep over on the 3rd, so Kas can't take that instantly. But again, I think the Terran's in really, really great shape at this point.
Yeah, I mean, Kas is definitely ahead still. If we look at the income tab, he's still up on SCVs, and all we've been seeing built by Bly is drones, 55 to 49. Overlord is being cleaned up. Creep to be taken out soon. Oh, nice grab.
Free tank.
Holy gets his tank. It does fall. Nice grab there from Bly. Stimpak's just now being started though for Kas, so any form of timing, it's probably not going to hit until Stim's done building.
Zerg still on 54 supply. It's crazy. Look at the supply difference at this point.
Yeah, Bly keeps supply blocking himself, and it happens after taking that kind of aggression after a failed all-in. I mean, you can forget to build Overlord. You haven't had to build any for so long.
Yeah.
And you kind of just forget. 3rd base finally being taken though by him. Medevac's on the way. +2/+2 started for Kas. What are the Ling upgrades for Bly? Trying to find. I think he has 1/1. Yes.
Yeah, he's got 1/1.
2/2 just now being, or at least 2 attack being started. Bailing speed finishing up, and Fester's on the way as well. Changeling's going across the map as well. Wants to get some scouting. We have a double drop moving out for Kas.
Yeah, I like Bly building those infestors right now. Trying to get those infestors out as early as possible so you can build up those, the energy on them. So when it comes time to actually fighting, they'll have like 2 or 3 fungals apiece.
Yeah, it's
right,
looking.
Let's see where we're going here. We got changelings going in to scout out what Kas has. I think Kas is just trying to build up to that. Just trying to build up to that nice biotank army or bionic army, whatever you want to call it. And I think that push is just going to be really, really tough.
Oh, Lings and Infestors catching the double drop on the map. Will the fungal growth land? He picks up, needs to get away from these Infestors, and he will.
Ooh, that would have been a huge fungal for Bly there.
3rd base is established for him. He's trying to take his 5th and 6th gas. Income tab 73 to 61, still in favor of Kas. And if we look at that supply, 108 to 173. Normally, it's usually like close to the other way around, where Zerg has the huge supply lead. I mean, Bly is doing a good job at denying these drops, but I mean, I don't know if he's going to be able to stop this without Bird Lords.
Yeah,
There's only something Infestor can do.
One good thing that he has, I have to say, is that Bly has at least the 2 spores at the top of his main. So if he catches that medevac that's going to be dropping, that could help him. If he can just cut off everything and only focus on this big attack in the middle, then maybe he gets back in this game. But that's a long shot.
Yeah, nice funnel growth on those Marines.
Yep, definitely nice.
Doing what he can. Nice spread so far from Kas as well. This is 182 supply death ball here versus 140. I mean, this is all Bly has. It's trying to send an infestor up forward. It does get scanned. Nice grab there, and I mean, Bly's back literally into a corner.
Literally. I've never seen the Zerg stuck in that spot right there.
He's trying to come forward. Banelig's getting nice connection. Fester's taking too much damage from the siege tanks. This is a beautiful spread from Cass. He has not done that drop just yet. Still kind of just chilling over there, but...
Yeah, he doesn't even need it, honestly.
And Infestor does come forward. Will it get the Infestor Terran Blast it needs? It throws some down, but they're getting cleaned up very quickly. Here comes the Lings and Infestors. But Bly just gets obliterated, and...
GG's coming real soon here. There it is. The 3 Gs, actually.
Yeah.
Okay.
Golly, good game.
Yeah, that was you know, it's one of those things where, you know, I think Bly was rolling the dice a little bit, hoping that Koss was going 3 CCs there with Roach Bane. Roach Bane's pretty popular on that map too, so it's, you know, not that surprising he did it there.
Yeah, we see a lot of all-in from Zerg on that map. That one's popular. We're starting to see the 3-base Ling Baneling Muta all-in a lot there as well.
Yeah.
Where you just get max off of 3 bases, you A-move, and then you try and kill them off. But I mean, you can't expect to do no damage to Cass when he's going 3 CC and be able to come back like that when you don't do any damage.
Right, exactly. Alright, looks like Bly's picking Cloud Kingdom. Good map. You know, there's definitely mixed feelings on Cloud Kingdom, I have to say.
Yeah.
What have you heard?
That's a good point. Like, for every matchup, too, there are some people who hate it PvZ. There's some people who love it PvZ. There's some people who hate it ZVP. They love it ZVP, and they hate it like that. It's every matchup, TvZ, TVP. Everyone's like, or yeah, I like it. It's an interesting map, and that's a good thing for a map where it's just based off of your playstyle and not actually based on the matchup.
Yeah, exactly, and that's you know, the last thing we want to do is you know, I think the last thing Blizzard wants to do, right, is have a map really favored one side or the other. At least that's what we want. I don't know if Blizzard wants it or not. What do you think about the new maps, actually, in this last patch? What were the new maps again?
I think there's only one of them, and I vetoed it because it's terrible.
It's Sand. Which one?
It's some sand map. I don't know. It's weird. I vetoed it very quickly. That map's silly.
Yeah.
I don't like that map at all. It's got these weird cliffs above the 3rd base, so like.
Oh boy, that's like.
Siege Tank Central there. It's not a fun map. I don't
Old
like
school Lost Temple, man.
Yeah. It's not. I don't like it. I don't think I've seen many pro players playing on it either. So, Koss kind of messing up his SCV sleep there.
Oh, the names got switched on me. Sorry, guys. That's gonna happen to me, guys. You're just gonna have to be patient with me because scoreboard. I just still use it. I don't know why I do, but I still do. Okay, so you wanna do the intros?
Yeah, spawning in the bottom left-hand corner map as the blue Terran from Team Empire, we have Cass, and his opponent in the top right as the red Zerg from Team Acer, we have Bly. Both players tied 1-1 in this best-of-5 series.
And you know, before we kind of dive into this game, and you know, while it's starting, I just want to let you viewers know that we're doing a giveaway today, a Razer giveaway that I do weekly. And today we're going to be giving away a Razer mouse bungee. And the way you enter the mouse bungee, it's right here, guys, if you're looking. The way you enter it is you add me on Twitter, twitter.com/ChanmanV, and like me on Facebook, facebook.com/ChanmanTV. It's not and, it's or. You know, you can whichever one. And message me or tweet me the answer to this question, which is which tournament every year is EmpireKas' favorite tournament to go to, and yeah, just to go to. And you'll be entered into a random drawing, which we'll do at the end of the show. And one lucky person will be receiving this very soon. I definitely get these out as soon as I can. Actually, I have the biggest issue finding boxes for these things. They're such weird shaped that I can't ever. I never have just, like, you know, the correct size box lying around in my office. So it always takes me a little bit of time to find one.
Yeah. I mean, I don't do giveaways, so I don't know that point. I don't know that pain.
It's all good.
It's all you.
Lucky you, man. You don't have to do one. No, I'm just kidding. But okay, it looks like we're going to be going, what, 1 Rax expand again, I would assume.
Yeah.
Koss loves that build.
Yeah, 15 hatch, 15 pull from Bly. I mean, pretty standard openers from both players. We actually have a gas here for Cass, so he'll be wanting to actually do more than likely a Reactor Hellion expand.
Yeah. When's the last time you saw a gas opening for Zerg against Terran?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Like,
you've
even
seen a
in
lot
the
more
beta,
games
that
than
was
me.
rare.
Mhm.
It was always hatch first in the beta, unless you're doing some like silly 13-13 bailing all in. You don't really see that.
Yeah, even Keyric's style was off 2 base, right? So
Yeah, like it never really went 1 base. Mules are too good. People found that out really quickly.
yeah, definitely. All right, and blocking your ramp is too easy too. All right, so yeah, it looks like it's a good call on the Reactor Hellion. Should be coming out soon. And yeah, what do you think about the 3rd base on this map for against Terran? You think it's you know, given that the Hellions are usually harassing it, is it particularly hard for Zerg to take that base, generally speaking?
Not really. I mean, it depends. If they do a very fast bio timing, you can tend to snipe it every once in a while. But I mean, this map's no different than any other map. There's no weird rocks. I think it's more difficult on Ohana for Zerg than this map, to be honest.
Yeah.
Especially with Overlord positioning, you can have Overlord sitting over this little rock here, and you see any form of push moving out, so you have time to prepare.
Yeah. You know, a strategy I think I've seen like recently too. A lot of you know, a lot of the top Terrans doing is that, you know, that kind of Marine Hellion timing. I think maybe like who made popular like maybe a few months ago, maybe like Polt. You know, Polt had that kind of Marine Hellion timing that worked really well against guys like Stefano. That seems to be pretty popular in this map. I've noticed recently. So
yeah,
let's see if
this is an exposed 3rd. Don't get me wrong. So I mean those kind of timings can work.
Right.
But Zerg was starting to figure them out. It was like, oh, okay, I just actually have to have bailings and I'll be okay.
Exactly. All right, it's got those. Look at that 3-queen wall Bly has there. It looks so tidy.
I have a feeling he might be going for an all-in. I can't tell, and this is a weird decision here from Bly. He's not injecting at all. He's just kind of not building. He's not building any extra queens either. Just kind of chilling.
Right. This is weird.
This is weird. I mean, he's walling off, I guess. He has no gas, so maybe it's not an all-in. This is just.
I think he was taking a phone call, but like, you know, I think his mom might have been calling him or something.
He might have been busy and was like, you know what, I can't let these Hellions get by. But the wall off is up. He's got the Spinecrawler Queen Evolution Chamber wall off, and that's horrible for cost. The Reactor Hellion opener kind of relies on you doing some damage, and there's no damage that'll be done right now.
Yeah, it's so hard to attack the natural on this map.
Gonna go for
no, do some damage on this Evo though. I mean, it's pretty. And you know what? I guess what some folks like to do is just really bait the queens to come out there and then just do a run by, right?
Yeah. He wants to try and pull Bly. I don't know why Bly's not moving the queen's cloak.
Yeah, I mean he's exactly
from there. But,
he might lose this.
No, yeah, he might actually lose this Evo chamber. He's gonna try and put forward with 2 of the Hellions here.
Okay. All right, saved it in time, and
back, yeah.
Bly did a good job blocking the hole, kind of, while he was doing that too. But yeah, it's quite a bit of damage there, I have to say. So maybe like next time around he'll kill it.
Yep. Nice job sniping some creep timbers. Might take out a queen as well. This many Hellions can combat this many queens.
Good micro
3rd queen does come forward. Nice transfuse.
Good micro by both of them right here. All right, pretty even.
Only losing 1
there.
Hellion. Yeah. Not too bad. Stim's just about to finish for Cass. This is going to be a very quick Stim timing. He's actually putting his 3rd CC at his 3rd base, being a little greedy there. He's just really hoping his Hellions can deny any form of pressure early on, so it's smart from him. Creep Spread's about to connect to the 3rd base of Bly. Also getting a macro Hetch as well as Lair at the same time. This is a pretty normal play from both players, I have to say. Nothing crazy. I'm curious to see what Cast's plan is though with this fast Stim. It's just not about to finish, so wouldn't be surprised if we saw a push at his 3rd base when he gets a 2nd siege tank out.
Yeah. Wonder if he'll wait for 3, because I think 3 is generally kind of at that tipping point for siege tanks where it you know, can really swing a, you know, like 3 volleys I think onto you know, on the lings seem to just take them down.
Yeah, it normally is, but this fast Stim has just kind of thrown me off.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a ridiculously fast Stim. We'll have to, maybe it's just because he went Reactor Hellion opener. He already had the gas sitting around, so that's probably why he started Stim a little bit quicker. Plus 111 is on the way for both players, so we'll have to see.
Yeah, I mean, Kos is doing a great job containing that creep from the middle of the map. I mean, Bly's been able to spread it, towards the third base, but the middle of the map is where you really want to have it, so that you can stop some of these mid game pushes by Terran.
And this is the problem with that Overlord. Like, you can see any move coming out. You always want to get that down as fast as possible. So this first metabacks out, you should be able to kill that off. But maps like this in Daybreak are so hard for Terran at times because you can't do any form of early pressure.
Yeah,
like as soon as if Zerg scouts you moving out, they'll have plenty of time to get a handful of Lings and Banelings ready and be ready for your push.
Yeah, that's a good point. Alright, not too much happening right now, so he's trying to get some creep spreading now in the middle, and I got 6 tumors down. I think that's going to be doing a good job here of getting creep all next to the Zelnaga tower. And again, we're kind of seeing this game develop.
Well, fast fourth from Bly, very fast fourth.
Yeah.
While taking Hive and Spire.
Yeah, you generally don't see you generally don't see a Zerg tech and expand at the same time, especially without pressuring. So this is looking
Bly
like
is playing like the most passive standard Zerg you can. He is not doing anything weird or different at all. He's just kind of like, yeah, I'm not gonna do anything that can throw Cass off. I'm not gonna meta him. I'm just gonna kind of turtle up.
Yeah, I mean, Kos isn't giving him any reason not to. I mean, he's being pretty passive himself since the Hellion attack he had early. So, okay, now he's moving out.
This time it's going to be scary, though, for Bly. He has no infestors at all.
Yeah.
He has his Lings and Baneling.
He needs off of creep, and he might catch him off guard here. Oh, he should have hit. Oh, nice.
Those were beautiful Baneling connects.
Yeah, that was.
All those are still alive, though. This fourth base might force to be canceled.
Honestly, you probably couldn't ask
for
you probably couldn't ask for too much better. I mean, Kos had way more than him there. I should be able to clean it up here with the links on the tanker.
Yep, nice Baneling connects coming forward, taking out one of the siege tanks. Both the siege tanks are going to be taken out as well, and wow, Bly actually holds that fourth base. There are more Marines reinforcing.
There's a fungal, though.
Wow, beautiful fungal growth, and that push, that could not have gone better for Bly. I love this style from him. We discussed on Daybreak. He always engages off of creep, and Terrans aren't ready for that. Normally, you do your slow push once you get on the creep, then you siege up. But off of creep, why not siege up? Like, why wouldn't you siege up? And Bly's abusing that. And
yeah, I mean that's a really great point. I mean that first attack he had with the slow Banes, I mean he completely caught that front group of Marines off guard and took them out. I mean that was huge. That was probably the difference in losing, actually.
That was a very scary push. Like that engagement could not have gone better for Bly. That was like the one thing that could have happened to save his fourth, and I mean he did. And he's taking a fifth base right now. His creep spread is phenomenal. Kos is going to try and take a fourth base. There is a Ling here on the low ground. Greater Spire is about to finish. Ultra Den on the way as well. 2-2 just about to finish for both players. Oh,
he got a bunch of SCVs there. If he gets one more. Oh, wow. How many SCVs was that? Oh, it's only 5. That's not too bad.
The problem was, though, Bly threw away a lot of units.
Yeah, he did.
Next again, he's very low on infestors, and it's very scary to kind of do aggression like that when you are teching up at the same time. You're not going to have Ultras or Broodlords out. And that's not good for Bly right now. This fifth base is going to be taken out. I don't know if Cass is feeling confident enough to push any further, though. He's on the creep right now. But it looks like he's going to be possibly applying pressure to this fourth base.
Yeah, this is I think this is the point where you want to spread out the Zerg. You want to, be attacking the fourth, dropping in the natural. Maybe if you can get one in the main too. I mean, this is the point where I think the Terrans can really start start exploiting the Zerg, trying to get to Broodlords, but he's already there, so...
Oh, Doom Drop at the natural base.
Yeah, there
are infestors in position, and Funnel Growth will go down. Takes out one of the Medivacs while the Marines get out, and this will get cleaned up relatively easily. But there is a push at that fifth base. There isn't a transfusion on the hatchery, but it definitely does fall. And that's what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
It's this multi-pronged aggression. You got to keep the Zerg spread out, and...
Yeah, he needs to run with those
really
tanks.
Bad for Bly.
Unsiege those tanks, Kos. Free tanks! No. Free tanks.
Those siege tanks
for sale, baby.
We really want these Marines to get out of here. But then we got the flip side. Koss just threw away a lot of units, and Bly's saying, okay, you don't have anything back home, let me try and kill you. He's got Broodlords up, he's got a couple Infestors here, he's morphing in more Banelings, and this is his time to act. But Bly has to do some good damage here because he is on 3 bases still.
Yeah.
At the 17-minute mark. That's not good for Zerg.
Yeah.
When Terran's on 4 bases and you're on 3, no, that's bad.
He doesn't even need to necessarily do as much damage. It's just keep basically Koss here for a long time because. All right, here we go. Here's the attack. Oh, just out of tank range. Oh, this tank's got a lot of Banes there. Might be able to get some of these SCVs though.
Which I think Koss is fine with. He's already up to 65.
Yeah, I think this is actually kind of bad. This is bad for Bly. Like not taking out any of the army. Oh, actually, he's getting a lot of it. Oh, wow. Nice ultra Ling reinforcement, just wiping out the army there.
It looks great for Koss if Bly can get into the main base and take out some of the production. But the siege tanks on the high ground do force Bly to fall back. His Infestors are very low in number, so they can't really handle Vikings. He can't defend his Broodlords right now, so Bly is forced to be backed off. Now he did. Oh, there's actually a drop at the natural base for Bly, doing a good amount of damage. How many Harvesters were killed off there? Looks like 16 have been killed by Koss.
That was nice.
74 drones. That's still an okay amount.
90 to 74 isn't too bad.
Yeah.
Looks like these Vikings are kind of roaming next to this floating shark, trying to pick off Broodlord. I mean, the thing is Bly, Bly does have Broodlords, he does have Ultras, but he doesn't have enough of either. So the army is definitely not as lethal as it might look right now.
Yeah. Now we have Broodlord trashing this 4th base.
Yep.
2 lone Broodlords saying, you know what? Let's kill off a couple SCVs. Ling's coming up from the bottom as well to cut off reinforcements. Banelings Ultras charging forward at the 3rd base. They're trying to funnel through here. The siege tank's getting amazing blasts on these Banelings, and I don't know if Bly's going to have enough. He's trying to keep some dubs.
That split was good, actually, by Koss.
And the Sim City helped out a lot there. The Ultras get cleaned up. Supply 127 to 147. The Broodlords were taken out. More Ultras are streaming in here. Well, 11
Marines.
Too
many Ultras, honestly. Too many Ultras.
Income tab still 85 to 53. Cost.
Oh, there's just 2 Ultras sitting right there. 2 Ultras just sitting there hanging out. Ready to gimp that.
5-3 Thor, or 5-3 Ultras versus a 1-0 Thor. That gets cleaned up relatively quickly.
Yeah. True. All right, here come the Marines to clean it up, but I'm not sure why Bly's still streaming in the Lings here. It really feels like he can take this out. I guess he does have Cracklings, 3/3 Cracklings. Is that right? Yeah, he does, right?
Yep. Those are very helpful, really, and they're cleaning up units right now. He can afford to do that because right now, if you look at that drone tab, it's 84 drones and 46 SCVs. He's done a lot of economic damage to Koss. He knows that he can't really afford to do a push right this second, so he can remax again on Infestors and Ultras. And I mean, Bly has the map. He has every hatchery on his side of the map. His creep spread's beautiful, so I'm okay with him sending units across the map.
Yeah.
I mean, he's building more Lings and Ultras too.
Yeah, I guess as long as he just keeps exchanging, he's in. Like you said, he's content in where he is right now, economically, and Koss doesn't have a 5th yet. He's got a Ling sitting at his 5th just in case. Actually, both 5ths, in case Koss tries to expand. So yeah, Bly's in great shape. Oh,
4 Banelings morphing in outside the 4th base of Koss, gonna rally into that 3rd base, kill off a handful of SCVs. There's not too many there, but Koss can't be affording to lose too many SCVs. He's down to 58. And here they come, though.
Alright, let's see how many. He's going to at least get mules here, which is going to be pretty devastating. Not that many, actually. He only killed like 4 there.
That was an okay trade.
Yeah.
I mean, keeping that low. Supply 189 for Bly, 155 for Koss. Koss really wants to start cleaning up creep to get his 5th base up.
He's got the Vikings down. Kind of a fight alongside the Marines and Marauders.
Yeah. I mean, there's no Broodlords. That's the problem. You make Vikings prepare for Broodlords. Ooh, nice Infested Terran. Lings, Banelings, Ultras charging forward. Fungal Growth getting amazing connect there. And Bly looking like he's going to be killing off Koss here. This is way too much. Ultras still high number. There's a GG for Koss. Exclamation point to finish it off. And, Bly goes up 2-1.
Yeah, that was a really good game. I think that game is definitely one of the potential ones to go over with them, a replay.
Yeah. Very good.
What do you think the key moment was in that game, Zoya?
I guess the problem is that Kasi was doing a lot of aggression. He denied the 5th and the 4th base for Bly, but when you do that, he lost just too many units, and the counterattack was really strong. It's hard to make that decision as Terran. You just didn't have enough units back home. I mean, Koss was playing beautifully all game. Like, both players were playing pretty normal, and there was never really any too scary trades. I mean, Koss had a nice lead, but he wasn't behind after he lost outside that 4th base where Bly engaged off creep.
Right.
So I guess it was just he overextended just a little bit with his army and had nothing back home.
Yeah. Definitely good stuff, though. It was a really, really good game. We're going to play Metropolis here, but while we're doing that, I just want to remind you guys that for the viewers, we're doing a Razor giveaway today. And what we're doing is we're doing a giveaway for this. Actually, let me just show you a picture of it. Like, I created this overlay just for you guys, just to show you. But this is this mouse bungee. And how you enter it is you follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/ChanmanV, or you like me on Facebook, facebook.com/ChanmanTV. And what you do is you message me or tweet me the answer to this question: which tournament every year is EmpireKas' favorite tournament? And at the end of the show, we're going to be picking randomly from all the correct answers. And it's just something fun, something to get to know Kos a little bit better. That's kind of like what we like to do on the show is, not just have them play like a show match and that type of, and just kind of like call it a day. But we kind of want you guys to get to know these guys a little bit better, and and we're gonna have a Q&A session too, where you can call in and ask Kos and Bly your own questions, or or Zoya and myself. But want you guys to interact with the players, that's the point of the show. All right, Metropolis. This map's always fun. You know what? I play Zerg, and I have to say I still haven't figured out this map when it comes to Zerg.
This is a weird map. This is a weird map.
I just get
we see a lot of split maps.
Yeah,
here,
that's what I was going to say.
Weird.
That's all we end up playing. I end up playing is split map situations, especially against Terran. It's just like it's so hard to attack anything.
Yeah, this is. It's an interesting map. It changes drastically depending on what spawns you get for the mid game. If you have close by air, we tend to see Mutalisk a lot on this map, and if it's cross spawns, we just see this kind of like, okay, I'm going to get a bunch of spine crawlers, I'm going to wall off, and I'm going to turtle. But it's definitely a different map for TVZ. The mid game can be kind of chaotic, but the late game is like, okay, we're splitting the map, and we're just going to turtle here until one of us accidentally makes a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Do you think mutas are good on this map? I think I see mutas sometimes on this map.
Yeah, it happens a lot close by air, because this is a weird map for Zerg late game. It's so big, and like the way it's spread out, unless you're using Nidus Swarms, it's hard for Zerg to harass. But I feel that...
Yeah, it's kind of... I'm not sure.
Like, we see a lot of all-ins here for mid-game versus Zerg, and then it kind of transitions to these awkward late games. This is just like a really big map.
Yeah. This map and Ohana are kind of similar in the way that they're designed, but this map's much bigger, though. So, it takes a lot longer to traverse the map on this.
Yes. This map is very difficult for Broodlords. Like, how spread out it is, the drops can be a big pain here.
Yeah.
This is the version with the floating rocks, though, so we might actually see that. But, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw any 2-base or 3-base timings from either player that wanted to end the game early, because late game, even for Terran, it can get kind of crazy. You have to. We see a lot of wall-offs, like in these positions, with supply depots and sensor towers.
Yeah, right.
This is I mean, this map works out pretty well for Terran when you get late-game split map. I feel it's like one of the few maps that Terran can be like, yeah, I'm okay in this map. I'm confident with it.
Yeah, just kind of slowly push across. Just kind of territorially take over, get to mid map and then take those mineral patches at the middle of the map there. I don't see too many Terrans take the island, I have to say, because of that creep tumor is so problematic for them.
Yeah, It's a cool thing. I mean, you have to have that there, or Terrans are just going to lift off at the beginning of the game and fly to that rock and take it as their main base. So
Yeah.
I mean, you have to have it there. But yeah, you're right. You don't really see that. I've only ever seen a Protoss take these bases once, ever, and
Yeah.
that was the GSL final.
I remember that. Yeah.
Turtle. Because it's such a pain. You have to send a warp prism over there with probes in it. You also have an observer over there to kill off that creep tumor. For Terran, I mean, you just drop and you scan. And for Zerg, it's kind of weird. You see a lot of Nioswarm play to take that base, but
Yeah, it's a
Again,
little bit, you know,
it's weird.
it's not completely even, definitely between the two, because can a Zerg put a hatch right next to the tumor?
I don't know if you can fit a hatch there. I don't think so.
I mean, either way, I mean, the Zerg's not, like, for those of you who don't know, just a kind of a reference for our knowledge point is that a friend of mine and I, we were testing to see how long creep recedes, you know, given like an overlord kind of dropping creep versus a creep tumor, and a creep tumor, it doesn't completely recede until 2 minutes. So
Yeah.
it kind of sucks for Terran and Protoss to wait 2 minutes before that thing recedes.
That is a good point. That is a very good.
It's a little bit unfair. It might be better if it was just as a supply depot or something that was, I don't know, just there. But okay, let's see, what are we doing now? So it looks like Bly's kind of at that 6 minute mark where we always see the Zerg put down 2 gases. But he's putting 4 gases down. Wow. 4 gases down at 6 minutes? That's interesting.
Yeah, all in, perhaps. Maybe, I mean, normally,
I don't know.
this is weird. He could just be teching up. This is a very fast 4 gas. He wasn't
Yeah.
even fully saturated on both his bases when he did that. So we'll have to see what his plan is. I mean, he could just be transitioning into fast tech. He was off of no gas for so long. We're seeing mech, though, from
double Evo.
Haas. He's got Blue Flame on the way. So maybe it's not an all-in. Maybe he's just going to be trying to take a fast third base. But it is close by air, so we could be seeing 2 base Muta. We'll have to see.
Yeah, that's what I was suspecting, but then he threw down 2 Evos, which isn't usually indicative of a 2-base Muta, but yeah, mech, you know, it's kind of interesting that Kosh is going mech on this map. Mech is, I think, particularly good on this map because, again, it's pretty hard to get like a counterattack to a run by, like, because of the point that you made earlier where you can just block these pathways easily with buildings, and the mech army is just so strong to engage, you know, outright, right? So it's kind of I think it's a good decision by Kosh to do this.
Yeah, I'm not too confident with mech on this map.
Oh,
I
yeah?
feel
Okay.
there's a definite. I like Bio better,
Mhm.
but I mean, Koss has some of the best TVZ mech out there. He's one of the few Terrans that actually does it.
Yeah.
There's like so many Terrans out there who just never go mech anymore TVZ. They just never do it. And Koss will do it on a regular basis. He doesn't go it all the time, as we've
Yeah.
seen from the first 3 games, but he is willing to bust it out. So we'll have to see how well he plays this. Did he go double armory or did he go? He's only going 1 armory.
He's gonna win just 1 armory, so. But it
But,
looks like he
how
is
he
committing to
comes
mech though.
forward.
He's building another. I mean, he's gonna have 4 factories here in a second. He's trying to get in here, and this is a great play by Bly. I mean, if these
Yeah.
Hellions would have got in there, it would have been like a lot of dead drones. So great play by
Yeah.
Bly.
Very, very perfect wall out there. That second queen got to there just in time. If those Hellions would have gotten in, I mean, Lings barely had speed, and there was only a handful of them, so a lot of drones would have been taken out. Nice place on this third base. Doesn't look like Cass is going to scout it, though, so that's just perfect for... Oh, no! The Lings get rallied to him, so I have to have a feeling that Cass... Oh, he did
saw
see
it.
the hatch.
Yeah, he did see it,
Barely
actually.
saw the hatchery, so... Cass knows that base was taken, and there's a Spire from Bly. And I have a feeling we're going to be seeing the all-in version of this. The fast double Evo chamber and the macro hatch will take in that third.
Okay.
Unless we see a 4th base very quickly here, it's going to be like... It sounds weird to say a 3-base all-in, but that's the way this style's been played out lately. It's just oh, Roachhorn and an infestation pit. Bly, you, sir, are crazy, man. You are doing so much at once.
Well, he needs a Roach Worm for sure, just to bridge, you know, against the mech army, to bridge to Hive. And I don't, yeah, I'm just not sure what Bly's doing, honestly. It's, he's got me confused, but he must know something we don't, for sure. So it'll be interesting, it'll be cool to see. Looks like Koss is still kind of building, spending all his minerals on Hellions, and any gas that he can spend, he's spending on Thors right now. Ling's going to scout to see if he has a fourth. Obviously, Koss doesn't have a fourth yet. He's still saturating his third, so...
He's getting drops, too. This is...
Yeah, I mean, roach drop's pretty common, right, against...
Yeah, but I mean, with the Infestation Pit and the Spire, it's like... He's wanting to do... I mean, roach drops are normal.
Yeah.
But all that he's doing... And he's getting +2/+2 for Lings. This is... I don't know, nice spread on these drones so far, though.
Oh, he's going to lose a bunch, though.
But he's still going to lose a lot, yeah. I think all drones are very dead. Lings were so out of position trying to scout that third base, and... Wow, this is a lot of dead drones. Income tab going below SUV now.
If you only knew there were like about 10 drones over the side. Oh, he's going to see them now. Oh, no, he's not. If you only knew there were 10 drones just sitting, hiding in the corner over there.
That would have been scary.
Yeah.
That would have been scary. So it looks like Bly was just wanting to do this like, okay, I'm going to hit Hive Tech, and then I'm just going to be prepared for anything that Cass can throw at me. And I have Roach drops. He's going to be able to start that Greater Spire right away. I mean, he's going to have 3/3 ready to go for his Broodlings, which is nice. So... I guess what he was just hoping for was Koss wasn't going to do any early game pressure, and that might just come down to, oh, I've played Kass's mech before. I know what he does. He likes to turtle up on 3 bases, so I can get away with something like this as long as I don't take too much damage.
Yeah, I think you might be right, and I think he might have switched gears too once he realized it was full out mech. So I think you might have been right that he was maybe planning a very heavy 3-base Mutilating Bane type of attack, but like a good Zerg, you switch up to adapt to what your opponent's doing, and when you see mech, you're not going to go mutilating against mech, unless you're an ST and you can land about 30 Banes on like 10 Thors and still win the game somehow.
Yeah.
Okay, so here are the roaches.
There's so many Thors. This is...
Yeah.
The problem I have with... I mean, I guess it's not too bad. Like, his upgrades are just so low.
Yep.
I would have liked to see more mech upgrades, but I guess this kind of points to it. He's wanting to do a faster Skyfan transition. But we do have Roaches counterattacking that third base here. You see the double CC morphing in, and these Thors are way out of position. He's actually going to catch Siege Tanks here. That's a nice little grab for Bly. The problem is he has no attack.
Oh, wow. Good micro by Koss there. He hasn't lost any yet. There you go. He lost lose one. Not too bad.
Yeah. Roaches fighting Hellions over here. And this, I mean, even though this isn't doing an astronomical amount of damage for Bly, it's delay. Delay
and that's
the Greater Spire.
Yeah.
Pushing out creep spread, get up his 4 bases, soon as fit. That's just what you got to do versus mech. You delay, and
yeah, that's an awesome point that you made there, Zoe. Is that it's a lot of this game is about ebb and flow, right? And one of the thing about for Zerg is just to throw away some units sometimes, just so you can buy some time to get that Greater Spire up and get that Hive army, get that Hive tech ready to go. Here comes a drop, and again, this is going to accomplish the same thing that you were just talking about. We're just going to throw some roaches in their base, so they have to come back. That mech army's not the fastest in the world, right? So.
Yep, but here comes roaches dropping in the main base, and look what immediately happens. Koss. Oh no, he's not turning around. He's.
Yeah, you put him kind of in this like, do I all in or what am I going to do here?
And this is scary. This is just Thor Hellion. There's hardly any siege tank in this composition. So if the Broodlords are out. And he's got a nice Roach member. The Roaches are going to overwhelm the Thors while the Thors are trying to target down the Broodlords.
Does he have Neural? No, he doesn't. Okay. Gosh, imagine if he had Neural here. Oh my goodness.
Which is still a scary timing. There's only Roaches in production. Bly being caught really off guard here. I guess he was really wanting to delay with that drop. Ling's coming out there. If he can get all the Hellions still, Lings are going to be nice. These Roaches have no attack upgrades. Oh, losing the double Evo's bad. He doesn't have 3/3. This is actually looking really scary for Bly. Just kind of caught with his pants on. The Roaches are still doing damage in the main base, so no reinforcements are going across the map, but I don't know if he's going to be able to hold.
Yeah, he doesn't need them, I don't think. The Thors are at 2-2-1 now. They're very powerful against, especially 2-0 Roaches. Roaches don't have any armor right now, so it's... Oh, they might be able to clean up some of the Thors here. A bunch of Roaches just came out. And it's going to be real close. Thor's not doing too much splash damage at all here.
Thors get cleaned up entirely.
Yeah, actually.
But how much damage was done? Income tab 50-57, so if we look at the Harvester's kill tab, so many Harvesters were killed by both players, but It looks like Bly's gonna be just fine. I mean, he did a lot of damage in the main and natural base. He's still on 4 bases, no 5th just yet.
But more importantly, you know, he killed all the Thors, and you know, again, it's like the mech army takes a long time to make, and you know, and now Bly's, you know, got his Greater Spire. He's ready just to get Hive Tech, and you know, Koss is in no position to attack at this point. So.
Yeah, the problem is his roaches have no attack upgrade. These are like 0-2 roaches, and they take a while to kill upgraded tanks. Wow, these roaches are actually killing more harvesters. Down to 62 or 66 harvesters killed for Bly.
Yeah, I think Koss is just like...
Koss doing? He's not attacking these SCVs or these roaches. They're just kind of killing everything.
Koss got his earmuffs on. Doesn't actually hear all those roaches over on the sides, so those tanks aren't even hearing the roaches over there killing his brethren. You know what?
Harvesters killed, man. That's...
You know what's interesting though is like during that whole time with the roaches attacking, Bly didn't build a single unit, so I think his mom might have called again because I mean, he for a good minute and a half he didn't build a single thing. So
well, he's got the Broodlords on the way, he's got Corruptors on the way, Ultraden's halfway done, still no 5th base just yet, income tab 58-52, he really needs to get back up to that optimal drone number. His 3rd base just barely being saturated, but he doesn't even have the gas mining there, so I mean, he's not really saturated on any bases at this point. This is kind of scary for Bly. He's still in an okay spot that he's got Corruptor Broodlords on the way, but look at his bank. Koss has the bank, Bly doesn't.
I agree. I think, you know, right now there's a lot of pressure on Koss's base right now, but once it's done with, Koss is gonna have a way bigger or way more powerful army than Bly.
Yeah.
It's good job on those burrowed roaches though. This is one thing that, you know, I was talking to TLO about a little bit, is that I think Zergs should utilize burrow just much more against Terran. I mean, just burrow a couple like all around their base, make them use scans. You know, and you know, every scan is a meal. So,
especially at this point in the game where Koss is still on 3 bases, he's lost a bunch of harvesters. Every mule is very important.
Yeah, exactly. So, but you know, Bly's doing a good job of keeping him in his base. I mean, Koss is really paranoid about those burrowed units at this point. So that's why one Raven would always be nice. And it looks like he is building that Raven. I don't know about this. I feel like Koss should be attacking. He's got 171 mech army, you know?
Well, he doesn't realize how much damage he did to Bly. I mean, after everything that's happened, I would expect Bly to be, like, from a Terran's perspective, I would expect Bly to be in an excellent position. But he just doesn't know that Bly's not on a 5th base. He just doesn't know that how much drones that Bly did that he killed from Bly and how many drones that Bly didn't remake. He just doesn't know that Bly's economy is kind of not very strong right now. And it's understandable. It's one of the hardest hardest reads to make as a Terran player is ZBT late game. Like where are you standing economically? What is his bank compared to mine?
Gosh, we
have another drop in the main base. Wow,
another drop.
I mean, he's just doing whatever he can. Run by at that 3rd influence base, and then Bly realizes, wow, he doesn't even have any bases just yet.
Yeah, and this is the problem with mech. You know, it's like you can definitely pull them apart because they're just so slow. And the Hellions are supposed to make up for it, but he doesn't have that many Hellions. It's mostly tank, which is not gonna fare well with him against the Broodlords. Yeah.
Scan going down to take out that roach. There is a birdling at that 5th base. Broodlords, this is so many Broodlords in position.
This is gonna be
not
scary.
much here supporting them. There's like nothing here supporting them. Here comes the Corruptors. Where are the Infestors though? You have to have Infestors to fungal the Vikings, but I don't know.
Watch this PDD. If he has a PDD here, it's going to be really effective.
I believe he has 2 of them. And
where's the PDD?
Get them down. He needs to throw them down.
There they are. There they are. Yeah.
Well, there's no Infestors here at all, so these Broodlords are just going to be cleaned
up.
Wow. I don't know what Bly was thinking, just pushing with Corruptor Broodlord.
Well, the Broodlords are still doing a lot of damage because the Vikings are just targeting Corruptors, right? So, okay, there we go. Now he's starting to clean it up.
More units coming forward, and with the repair, Koss is going to hold, and that wouldn't have been the end of the world for Bly if he had a bank, but he has no bank. He's only building like 2 Lings or 2 Ultras and a couple of Corruptors. And then again, Kos has no idea where he stands economically right now. I mean, look at his vision.
Yeah, he's just being he's playing spoon Terran now, man. He's playing Thor's Aim style here with spoon Terran because he's so far ahead right now. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, this is.
Okay,
I mean, Kos has no read at all on what Bly's doing in his base. He has not scouted that 5th base. He's got actually Lings attacking his harvesters again. I mean, if we look at Harvester's kill tab, 101 SCVs have been killed that game. If you've lost 100 SCVs this game, I mean, you're going to be kind of shaky on whether you should push or not.
Particularly when he's only killed 22 drones, too. So
yeah.
The
he has no clue that Bly
huge.
did not make harvesters again. Like, look at his vision. He hasn't even scouted the 5th base to see if that's been taken. He hasn't seen the 3rd base. He hasn't seen the main. He has not scanned. He has not dropped. He is completely in the dark about what Bly is doing.
Yeah, now he's building Roach Ultras, which actually is not good against tanks. That's the...
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even have to siege those, honestly. So.
Yeah, these are 3-3 versus, I believe the Roaches still only have 0-2. Ultras have 2-2. That's a huge upgrade disadvantage. And when you're down in supply, going up against some mech with horrible upgrades, I don't know if it's going to end well. The Infestors are bird here. They do scout this.
Actually, a fungal on all the tanks would be nice, but see if he gets it. But I think they might just die instantly once he unburrows.
Yeah. Scan goes down on the creep, does not see the Infestors. More factories being taken, more command centers as well. Kos doing what he can. And without any brood boards here, against this many siege tanks.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's what you talked about. The Scan sees the Infestors. They got completely destroyed. I don't know if Bly is going to be able to...
Alright, if you can get any kind... Oh, man, look how many... There's no way Bane's going to get close to that.
Yeah.
No way.
If the Banelings could somehow... Like, if we get Fungals unsieged, then yes, but... Oh, 7 Mutalisk on the way. He's doing whatever he can.
Just any unit. Just build any unit.
Have you ever seen a 0-0 Mutalisk fight a 3-3-4? It doesn't go well. It doesn't... Those Mutos are going to get devoured. They're going across the map, though, going to try and do some harassment. All 2 of them flying across the map right now. So he's going to try and do something, but, I mean, it's looking like Bly is pretty dead at this point. He might go for a base trade, but... I
think that's his best bet. I mean, honestly, there's no way he can engage that army right now.
Doing the one thing he can, and when most of your units in the base race are Banelings, I mean, you get one shot with them. And that's not usually a good thing.
Oh, Kos is actually coming all the way back. At least leave your Vikings and Hellions there. Okay, there you go. The Vikings are heading over there. Well, he kind of needs the whole army, really, I guess. Oh, if you can catch him unsieged here. The Banes have a chance! The Banes have a chance!
Oh,
they're behind the roof.
Enough. These things are on these Vikings landing. It's just going to be too much on Kos. Wouldn't be surprised if we saw GG very soon from Bly down to 80 supply. There are Mutalisks attacking that 4th base for Kos, showing off some SCV. Snipes that turn before it gets filled, but it will finish. And it's 90 supply to 163. Income tap 41 to 34. And with mules, I mean, this puts his Kos so far ahead economically.
All right, look at those. I was gonna say, look at those marching Vikings ready to own some. All right, GG. All right, 2-2 guys. Playing a best of 5 here between EmpireKas and AcerBly. So that was a pretty fun game, buddy. What do you think?
It was a good game. It was very, very interesting seeing Mech actually work on that map. I'm just really curious. Entombed is the last map. That's going to be a good final map. But I mean, Bly never rebuilt drones the entire game, ever.
Yeah, that's true.
And
he was pretty much
with
stuck
how
in
much
the
harassment he did, I guess he was just constantly afraid. I've killed all his SCVs. I've killed all his SCVs. He's going to all-in me soon. And that never came.